Hello student of class 8, let's continue our chapter cell. Already we discussed Robert Hooke discovered cell in the year of 1665 when he examined by using a cork. Then he found that this cork have in microscopic lab some little compartment. Then he given the name it is cell. So cell theory was formulated by three biologists, Theodor Schwann, Matthias Slevin, and Rodolph Vico. Though it was conceived in 1838, it holds true to this day. The postulates are number one, all living organisms are made up of cell. Postulate number two, the cell is the structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Postulate number 3, all cells arise from pre-existing cells by cell division. And postulate number 4, all cells have same chemical composition. These are 4 points about the cell. We can say it is true in all cases. In this world, every organism, living organism, actually made up of cell. Cell is the building block of living organism, or we can say cell is the building block of life. Another point, you can see the cell is a structural and functional unit of the living organism. I already told you that cell giving us the structure, and because of that structure we are able to stand here. And cell also do different function like respiration, digestion, and many function. So we can say cell is the structural and functional unit of living organism. And every cell, actually new cell, comes from the old cell, that means pre-existing cell, and that happen by cell division or cell multiplication. And the last point, all cells have the same chemical composition. Though in cells variation can be observed, cells show considerable variation in number, size, shape, and function. Even within an organism, they show difference based on the function they perform in the body. Variation in organism consisting of a single cell are called unicellular organism. For example, amoeba is a singular cell consist, so it is a unicellular organism. Paramecium, euglena, and some bacteria also are the unicellular organism. Organism consisting of many cells are called multicellular organism. Cell join to form tissue, and tissue join to form organ join to form organ system. Then these together form an organism. Most plants and animals, including human beings, are multicellular organisms. Variation in shape. Cells that perform different functions show variation in their shapes. They can be spherical, like human axle. They can be spindle shape, like the smooth muscle cell. They can be cylindrical cell, like skeletal muscle cell. They may be elongated, like the brain cell or nerve cell. Or they can be dish shape also, like the red blood cell. So some cells do not have any definite shape. For example, amoeba and white blood cell. Amoeba has pseudopodia, which helps it to move around, capture food, and engulf it. White blood cell, in figure 7.7, you can see they show amoeboid movement and protect the body against foreign substances. So white blood cell is protector of our body, or you can say the defender of our body. When some foreign material like bacteria enter our body, then it fight with the bacteria and shape. Though we can see that size are varies in cell. Most of the cell is a microscopic cell and cannot be seen by naked eye. Cell size varies from few centimeter to few micrometer. 1 micrometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 millimeter. That means 1 millimeter, if you divide by 1000, then you will get 1 micrometer. That is very smallest size. Bacteria are small cell, measuring about 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer. Human nerve cell is the longest cell. The largest cell in this world, that is egg of the ostrich, which measuring about 170 millimeter into 130 millimeter. The size of the cell is not dependent on the size of an organism. It is only related to the function that it performs. Can we see cells? Most of the cell can be seen using compound microscope. The cell, tissues and microbes that are seen using the microscope are called specimens. The specimen is the first place on a glass slide to view it under microscope, and step is known as mounting. So student, this is can be seen only by using compound microscope, and when we use compound microscope we have to prepare the specimen and then we can observe it with the help of microscope. But in naked eye we cannot see cell, because most of the cell is size is microscopic level.